So we are going to make decisions in our round 3 of our CapSim capstone. So first thing first, we'll check on our reports to see how we performed in the last round. This is our report. We are the Andrews company. If you look at my return on sales, I have 9.1, which you can see is the highest. I didn't have any emergency loan. In terms of sales, we had the highest sales. In terms of contribution margin, we had 37.0%, which is more than the 30%. In terms of market share, we had a market share of 26.06, again, which is the highest. So before we make any decisions, it's good you check on your last year report to see how you performed and which areas you need to improve. In terms of my stock price, we had a stock price of 56.35. Again, it was the highest. So we'll check on our individual market to see how we performed and what you can do this round. With the traditional customer market segment, here customers want a product with an ideal age of 2.0, so it has an importance of 47%. Price has an importance of 23%, followed by ideal positioning and reliability. So if we get right in terms of ideal positioning and reliability, basically we'll be getting 21 and 9%. So that's like 30% of the market. So here we'll be very keen in terms of making the decisions. In terms of low end, we had the highest market share also. In terms of high end, we had the highest. In the performance also we had the highest also, and in the size segment we had the highest. So I'll go to making our decisions. So under the research and design, here you make decisions in terms of performance, size, and MTBF. So directly you'll be making the decisions in these categories directly. Then the decisions that you are going to make here will affect the revision date and the age at revision indirectly. And also make sure that you maintain your R&D cost. You should not be having a very high R&D cost. Your revision date should not be moving on to the next to the other year. And also make sure you are having more than you're having enough time to sell your products. I'll start with my able. Able is in the traditional segment. So here I'll make sure that my deal age is closer to 2. So I'll give it 7.0 and a size of 13.0. Then I'll hit calculate button because I'm revising my product. It's projected to be coming out on 24th of August next year. My next product is in the low end, Eka. Now with my Eka product, here customers want a product with an ideal age of 7, and the age of my product is 6.6. So I want it to be, if I revise it, I'll divide this age into half. So I want it to age so that it can reach 7. So then I'll decide to readjust. Okay, now we have developed an Excel sheet. So with the Excel sheet, it's easier for you to do the values. So I'll just come to my Excel sheet and see here they want a product with an 3 and 7. So 3 and 7. Also for Adam is 10.8 and 9.2. So I'll come and say 10.8 and 9.2. So let me just split my screen. So I'll split it that way. Okay, so I'll recalculate. Okay, then I'll come to my aft. Aft is 12.3. So I'll come here and say 12.3 and a size of 13.4. Then I'll recalculate. Okay, AGAP is in the size segment. So let's go to the size segment. This is my size segment. No, yeah, AGAP is in the size segment. So under the size segment, here customers want a product with a better ideal positioning, because you see ideal positioning has an importance of 43%, followed by age with an ideal age of 1.5, which is 29%. Okay, so here again I'll go to my Excel sheet because I want to give it a positioning that will make me sell more products. So I'll go to my Excel sheet I'll give it 6.1 and a size of 7.6. So I'll give it 6.1 and 7.6. So I've positioned it closer to the ideal spot. Okay, again, I'll introduce a new product, and I'll want the new product to sell into the high-tech segment. So I'll give it Ant. I'll name it as Ant. Okay, with Ant, I'll come to my report. So let me go to my report. So under my report, I want it to sell in the high-tech segment. So I'll come and say, here customers, this round, they want a product with an ideal position of 10.7 and 9.3. Okay, the issue with you following this, putting this ideal positioning in your game is that all the companies maybe may decide to follow the ideal positioning. So you have to be a bit competitive, or to the edge, move to the edge, and produce a product that might not necessarily follow the norm, so that you might be a bit more competitive and make more sales. Because you see, more sales will mean more revenue. More revenue will mean more profit. Okay, so I'll give it, I'll go to my Excel sheets, then I'll say I want it to, I'll give it a premium positioning of 11.6 and a size of 8.8 with an MTBF of 25,000. Okay, so I'll hit my calculate button so that I can calculate it. Okay, so this is my R&D decisions, because I see all my products will be coming out on 2028, which is according to the game is next year. And this new product, I've positioned it to because next year it will start selling the other year, because with this product, okay, so with the Ant, it will come out on 2029, because these ones are coming out this year. So you see, 2028, it means this year. So this one will start selling next year. So my products, I've redesigned them so that most of them will sell this year. Then this product will start selling out next year. So those are my decisions in terms of R&D. So let me recalculate. Okay, let me save. So I'll save the draft. The next part is marketing. Here in marketing, we'll deal with the pricing, promo budget, sales budget, and your forecast. Okay, with the price, we'll price our product based on our customer buying criteria, because you see, with the traditional able, it has to range between 19 and 29. Eka, it is supposed to be between 14 and 24. Adam, between 29 and 39. And the others, which is performance, is 24 between 24 and 34. And also for the size is between 24 and 34. Okay, with the promo budget, it will increase on our awareness. Sales budget will increase on our accessibility. Until we achieve the 100% customer awareness, there's no need for us to scale down on our promo budget. So we'll invest in our promo budget until we achieve 100%. Okay, under your forecast, there is no magic way on which you can get on your forecast. So this we have based it on our potential sales, on our actual sales, on our last year sales, on our growth rate. So from my Excel sheet, let me go to my Excel sheet and see that here we have we'll reduce the price to 26 because we want to sell more units. Also, this one will do 20 because for the traditional and low end, we focus on selling more volumes. Okay, for the Adam, we'll retain it at 38. For Aft, we'll do 33.5. For Agap, we'll do 33.5. Okay, this is a new product that was launched in round 2. So I want to start selling it this year. So and we had positioned it to sell in the size segment. So I'll do 33.5 because I want it to sell in the size. Then I'll invest in the promo budget, and also I'll invest in the size budget. Okay, I'll recalculate. in terms of forecasting, because I said we don't have a clear magic of doing forecast, but from our Excel sheet, these are calculated values. So I'll do 1000, no, sorry, this is production. So here I'll do 1500, then here I'll do 2700, here I'll do 700, here I'll do 1000. AGAP I'll forecast 960, sorry, and AX I'll produce 300. I'll forecast 300. Then I'll do my calculate. Okay, if you look at my AX product, we are projecting that we'll be making losses because this is a product that is a new product, meaning we had not yet sold it from last round. So we are projecting to make loss because we are using money in a new product. Okay, I'm not going to change anything in terms of my account receivable and account payable. I'll leave them at 30. So I'll go to my file, then I'll save the draft. The next one is production. So I'll go to production, and here we have three parts. We have the schedule, we have the margins, and we have the physical plants. So forecast, this the universal forecast is from my marketing department. So the marketing guys, they passed the forecast to the production guys. So we'll be making production guided with these values here. Then we have the inventory on hand. This is the last year unsold units. Then you have the production after adjustment. The production after adjustment usually is lower than the production schedule because after adjustment, here we feel that maybe some sensors were stolen, some sensors broke, then maybe the quality assurance, when they tested some sensors, they did not return them to the original batch. Okay, under the margins, we have the second shift productions, the costs of labor, material, then also the contribution margin. Under the physical plant, we have first shift capacity. Here it will guide you on how much you can produce. Then you have the buy sell capacity. Here you can decide either to add more capacity, or if you have too much idle capacity, you can decide to sell. Then automation. This is how much of that plant is automated. So in terms of able, I can say that 70% of the able producing plant is automated, and in terms of acre, it's 90%. So for these first two products, the one that I told you earlier on that we are going to sell more volumes, we normally advise students to take them to 10 as fast as possible and as soon as possible, because we see with them the price is usually low. So, and also we want to make our contribution margin to be very high. So that's why we advise on reducing labor cost and unit cost, and we do that by investing in automation. So I'll go to my Excel sheet. So this is my Excel sheet. So let me just split my screen. So I'll come to my Excel sheet from round 3. So here I'll do 1410 because I'm not producing this one because I have unsold units from last round. Okay, here I'll do 2727. Here I'll do 650. Here I'll do 1000. 960. 300. Then this is a new product, so I've not produced it yet. So I'll calculate. Okay, if you look at my production after adjustment for my new product is 297, meaning I cannot sell this one. So I'll go back to marketing. So instead of 300, I'll put 295. So because I'm projecting maybe I'll sell more than 295, so maybe let me put 297. But under marketing, I'll do 295. So I'll come here and do 295. So I'll calculate. Okay, we go back to production. So let me just do this way. Okay. Under production, the next part is buy sell capacity. We want to increase on our capacity, and we also want to reduce on some capacity that are idle, because for this able product you can see that I'm not making maximum use of my second shift production, so I'll have to sell some capacity. And also for this egg I'll have to add my capacity, because you can see I'm maxing out on my second shift production. So I'll go to my here. So this one I'll reduce, so I'll say minus 100. Here I'll add 100 to the rest. So here I'll do 100. Here I'll add 100. Here 100, 100. Okay, for this one I'll add 150. Then the final product I'll do 300. Then I'll hit calculate. Okay, now I've sold some capacity. So in terms of automation, I'll decide to increase automation by 111 on each, but I'll leave this from Adam up to the last product. I'll give them automation of 4. So this one I'll do 8, sorry. Okay, this one I'll do 10. This one I'll do 4, and 4. Then I'll calculate. Okay, let me check on my Excel sheet, because also I've told you that we have the Excel sheet. You can just look at the values and you put your values from there. So it's 8, 10, 4. Then for this performance I'll do 5 here, because for the performance product the material are usually very expensive, so we just invest in automation so that we can reduce the labor cost and have our contribution margin high. Okay, the next part is so I'll save the draft. The next part is human resource. Under the human resource, we had invested in the previous rounds, so I'll still leave it at 5,000 recruiting spend, and training hours I'll leave it at 80. So this is because I want to increase on my productivity index and also reduce on my turnover rate. Okay, finally I'll go to my finance. Okay, under my finance, I'll these are the I've not made any decisions in the finance department, so I'll just come to my report, pro forma. Then I'll go to my balance scorecard. Okay, here we have 25 out of 25 points, 25 out of 25. Customer accessibility, we have not achieved 100%, so that's why you are saying we are getting partial points of 2 out of 5. Okay, these others, so the maximum score for round 3 is projected to be 84.6 out of 89. Okay, now from the decisions that I've made, I just want to make sure that I can protect myself in case I produce more and I have some inventories, or maybe I bought so much capacity that they may end up eating on my cash. So I'll come here, then I'll say I'll borrow 5,000 here, and here I'll come and borrow 6,000. So 5,000 I'll borrowing on short term, which is current debt, and on long term I'm borrowing 6,000. Then I'll come, I'll calculate. So this is my December cash position is 44. So I'll check on my balance scorecard to see if there is any change. So there is no any change. So those are my decisions for round 3 in my CapSim capstone. So I'll just come and update official decisions, then I'll save. So if you need any help in terms of CapSim capstone, just feel free to reach out. I'll give you this Excel sheet, then you can use it to make the other decisions, because if you can see, we have for round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, and finally round 8. Have a nice time, and thank you for your time.